I believe Mildcat we saw play exclusively Lance characters thus far. Did he play Ogrem Artemis? And then now switching to the Scarlet, I believe.
Already, right off the top, you see a little bit of, you know, footing forward and back, trying to figure out the opponent. Loves those neutral airs right now from Mildcat. This engagement, though, from Reaper.
And now just playing a careful neutral game, using moves, feeling out how each other like to space. Woo. Reaper going for the gravity cancel side signature, but gets punished very heavily by Mildcat for it.
Coach pitch. Reaper
Coach
can
pitch.
recover. Ground pounds.
What's happening? Ground pounds and recoveries all around. Reaper does find the Sarah to knock Mildcat off stage, though Mildcat uses the recovery. Great bait by Reaper. Goes backwards and just uses the side sig to finish that stock off.
Reaper looking to extend the stock right now. Gets caught up by the stump, but no side air, no successful coach pitch, but scoops and ice cream come out from Mildcat as Mildcat is able to use the hammer to equalize the stocks. We're 1 minute into this game and they've basically reset the entire match here at 2 stocks. That lands in Mildcat's hands. Kind of a scary weapon, honestly. Nice downlight coming through. Hitting the double recovery on that first stock, doing a lot of damage with it. The charge, though, gonna get punished. Very telegraphed for neutral air into recovery, but the side air gonna push Reaper out to the left side. Reaper picking up a good side air. Comes up above. Recovery. Oh, denies the signature! Mildcat trying to push Reaper across the stage. Hits a good side air. Gonna get dodged out of that down air, though.
This match is just rapid fire.
Down air.
It hasn't even been 2 minutes yet. It hasn't even been 2 minutes yet, and Reaper is on to his final stock. Mildcat in the orange in the second stock. A ways away from death. Reaper's going to have to put in some very good work with this unarmed if he's hoping to get this kill without getting touched much, which he is currently doing. Misses that gravity cancel side sig. And Mildcat is just building up the damage with these lance snares right now. Of course, Scarlet does build up the damage very fast due to her high force unarmed.
Nice recovery, but the down air pogo immediately bouncing him back like this is ping pong all of a sudden. And that puts an even stock footing for both players.
A scoop into the nair.
Nice
The
side air.
Sair almost lands the side sig.
Mildcat is just hanging out here with that hammer, forcing Reaper to think a lot about he's going to recover. Side air going to knock the gauntlets out of Reaper's hands. Down air
and
for the touch,
dare.
and that is it. Reaper is out. Mildcat will take game number 1.
Mildcat, that would just going absolutely classic edge guards, playing the on-stage game very well, and then when he gets Reaper off stage, just going with the down air. But we're not even going to see Reaper's gauntlets this time around, because Reaper is switching to Queen Nai. If you asked me to name any character who Reaper was switching to, Queen Nai would have been one of the last ones that I guessed. He's going from a relatively fast character on the Val who has gauntlets and sword to Queen Nai, a character who's slow and shares neither of those weapons. So let's see how he adapts to this new playstyle.
Interesting choice, but you have a lot of power and a lot of defense with Queen Nai. But also of note is, like you said, the Ogrem pick out for Mildcat as well. I mean, still has that lance, which seemed to be Mildcat's favorite weapon. Big side sig, does a lot of damage when you do hit it successfully. Snake strats, you know, they never stop succeeding. But this
I'm actually
Ogrem
pretty
pick,
surprised. He swapped on Win. Mildcat did. He was playing the Scarlet, and that seemed to work pretty well for him. He did go down to 1 stock, but it wasn't like the match was super close. But maybe he just felt like he wasn't getting exactly what he wanted from the Scarlet and felt like the Axe would be a better pick. But he went a little too deep, and Reaper instantly punishes him with the recovery on the unarmed.
Reaper going in with the Katars. Katars have a lot of stopping power on Queen Nai. It's that high force coming through. Recovery from Mildcat, not quite going to connect. But does do good damage, good down sig. Axes coming from both sides, the butterfly axe, as I like to think of it. But the recoveries from Reaper, phenomenal play right there. Building the damage onto Mildcat, already in the orange. Mildcat moving through, hits a nice sidelight. It's so hard to KO Queen Nai. Beautiful evade of that side signature. Down sig, though, coming out, getting some good spacing and pushing Mildcat quite far.
Oh!
And the spot dodge! Oh,
that took amazing spacing to not get hit by that Lance recovery, even though it didn't result in a kill. That was still, I'm very impressed. And it seems like Reaper is finding his groove again. He seemed to have lost it for a little bit there, but I guess this character switch is exactly what he needed in order to play well again.
Nice pogo from Reaper with the weapon throw to confirm it. Beautiful styling KO right there, out from Reaper.
Reaper rocking the guitars. I can see the resemblance between how Reaper plays guitars versus how he plays gauntlets. He plays them pretty similarly. Goes for these long combos on the guitars, utilizing both the neutral light and the recovery. Oh, he went a little too deep for the ground pound, but he survived.
Into the spear pickup right away into the gravity cancel neutral sig. Hits the Sair onto MiLD-C. MiLD-C recovers out to the right side, goes into the recovery. Down signature from Reaper, not going to hit. But that one does. MiLD-C may not be able to recover, should have a dodge. Goes in for the down air, gets it. MiLD-C coming around. Goes to the ground pound. Interesting choice there. Ground pound, Reaper down below. Very scary place to be. This is the unarmed offstage play that is scary, but the immediate pickup into Nair. And by Nair, neutral sig from Reaper. Gonna get that KO.
And that's the type of explosive play that we saw from Reaper in the previous match that we were confused not to see in the first game of this set. But he pulled out the Nye, a completely different character, and he's making it work right now. And MiLD-C is swapping to the Vrax. This set is just non-stop swaps back and forth. Lord Vrax. It's been a while. Definitely been a while since I've seen Lord Vrax. In competitive play, actually just juked me out and went back to the Scarlet. I completely agree with that. He won game 1 on Scarlet. If it ain't broke, go fix it. May as well go back and see if he can find that same momentum that he had in game 1.
We're about to find out.
Both characters have insanely high force, which basically means that they kind of cancel each other out. Yeah, it's just a normal game with higher percent damage. And they both have the gold forged weapons. Actually, even though Reaper was playing Val, he has a gold forged spear. So I'm starting to think that maybe Val was a side pick and he's more confident on the Nye.
As a dodge gets a chase. Ground pound though, but Reaper should be able to recover onto the left side, but no!
Nice
the stopping power from MiLD-C's Lance is just unbelievable.
It definitely gives MiLD-C an early advantage. Maybe, maybe MiLD-C is really the one playing 6D chess here, and he actually played a different character instead of the Scarlet to kind of feel out how Reaper plays on the Queen Knight, and is now punishing him for some of these habits on Scarlet, but Reaper responds right back with that ground pound and takes that stock only in the orange. Not too far gone.
I mean, this is with this high damage, this is a very small difference on both these players. The only difference is that MiLD-C doesn't have a lot of defense, just a lot of force. All right, so Reaper has a little bit more of the edge there. Nice downlight punish into that side air. Weapon throws into the guitar pickup. MiLD-C unarmed right now. The neutral coming into the ground pound. Into the end sig. Picks it up. Does not get the KO. But hurrah, coming out from Reaper. Getting a lot of good damage. If you hit the full string of that, it's very, very powerful. And there's the ground pound again.
And a great ground pound.
Snipe.
After that catastrophic first stock for Reaper, he just turned it straight around with 2 quick stocks onto MiLD-C, and MiLD-C is going to have to pull out something crazy to stop this momentum that Reaper has right now.
All right, coming up top, coming over that ledge, looks for that weapon pickup, gets the pogo immediately after picking up the spear. Hanging up top, gets caught up by the Nair. What?
That was a nice Nair into recovery. Nice conversion from MiLD-C. Both players potentially on their tournament stocks. It's 1-1. Last stock. Both characters are pretty even on damage. Let's go.
They're really just trading blows back and forth at the moment. Side air coming out into the neutral light from MiLD-C. Down air out from Reaper. Hanging up. Weapon throw into follow-up. Gonna get the punish with a big slap. Throws the weapon the other way. MiLD-C going for the Nair. Gonna go for the recovery. Reaper is quite high up. This could be KO zone. Side air. Reaper getting bounced. This is not ping ball.
Oh,
and the
ground pound
comes out, and MiLD-C takes game number 3.
Great job closing out the set from MiLD-C. Reaper had a good showing this tournament,